And the first thing we're going to talk about is y'all already starting. Y'all already starting to ask those questions, so I'm going to go over some things. Okay? Y'all already starting to get to end of the semester jitters. All right? So we're going to talk about some things because I don't feel like going through it again. Okay? Because I already went over it the first. That's why you got the outline. You got the outline. And I told you on the handouts about the academic calendar. If I didn't, I'm telling you now. I'm not going to,
Sorry. Did we figure out Thanksgiving?
That's what we're fixing to do.
Okay.
Okay? All right, get your piece of paper out because you're going to be the one that asked all these DA questions. What day's the exam? Do we have an exam?
I'm the one that can't find the stuff that people ask me.
Reminds me so much of my son.
Well, me too. Well.
Only dumb thing I've done in here.
My son can wrestle pigs. He can wrestle steers. He can do all. He's over 12 years old. But sometimes his critical thinking is just not there. It hasn't developed yet. He's 12 years old. All right, now, everybody see where I am? I don't know where I am. This is welcome. See the welcome? I'm at the welcome page. Okay? Your page probably be like that, or you have to go to the student page. I don't know what y'all's pages look like. Okay? But, look down here. Academic calendar. Everybody should print that out the first day of class. All right? Click on it. Go down. Well, and it says spring, or I think this is fall, 2000. Okay, let me start over. Because I don't want anybody asking these DA questions the next 2 or 3 weeks because I'm not going to answer them. We're going to the academic calendar, guys. Academic calendar, fall 2018. And you go down. And you print this out right here. Okay? And I'm going to blow it up so y'all can read about Thanksgiving and all that stuff. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Thanksgiving holiday. No classes. Write this down. You're expecting an answer from me. Is that what you're... You've got the phone with the calendar. All right. I done lost it now. No classes. Here it is. College closed. All right. So look at there. No classes on the 21st and college closed Thursday and Friday. And look at here. It even gives you a what beside it. It gives you the day beside it. So you don't ask, was that on a Wednesday? Okay, so everybody on your calendar, in your phone, put 21st through the 23rd, you don't have to come to class. There'll be 4 or 5 people show up to an empty parking lot, come through the doors, empty building, except security guard, come up to the second floor, come to this office, come to this room, nobody in the room, go downstairs and ask the secretary or the security guard, we're not having classes today. Nope. Everybody just disappeared. Oh, we have them. Those are the same ones that end up on live PD. Okay, now, that takes care of that. Oh gosh, what about exams? Because y'all have a heart attack about that. Last day of class. Exams and last day of class is 2 bonus questions you should all know. But somebody will come up to me in the next 3 weeks and ask me one of those DA questions, and I'll look at them like, you're an idiot. But there it is again. December 4th through the 10th. Last day of class is December 3rd. Now let's talk about this. If any of you have Tuesday and Thursday classes, you don't go to school on December the 4th or whatever. Okay? December 3rd is the last day that classes what? Meet.
All classes?
Yes. So if you have a Tuesday, Thursday class, you don't meet. Your last day is the week before. The Thursday before. December what? 3rd. So you need to go to your calendar and find the Thursday before December 3rd. Let's go ahead and do that, somebody. Somebody tell me what date. Yeah. Yes, sir.
November 29th.
Okay, so if you have a Tuesday, Thursday class, your last day of class is December what? November 29th. Now, let's go to the exam schedule. Now, you don't have an exam in here. It's online. You got a whole week to take it. Don't start asking me those questions either. I'll go over that the last week of class. I'll go over everything in the last week of class again. Okay? The reason I don't like to go over these questions is everybody should have done printed this out. But we're not going there because that's a lot of work for y'all to have to push buttons. Now, look under academic calendar. What does that say?
Exam schedule.
You need to print that out. Now, I'm not going to explain it, okay? But if you look down here, it says Anderson Campus, and you find your class. Now, my class is not going to, so don't just mark my class off because I give mine online. I don't do busy work, okay? So it's online. We'll get to that at the last week of class. You have 2 hours to take it. You have 2 attempts. It takes the higher of the 2. Simple as that. 33 to 40 questions usually. Okay? I'll go over that again the last week of class. I'll go over all of this again the last week of class. Okay, who else has the last week DA questions? Who else has got them? So your Tuesday, Thursday class at the Anderson campus, if you have a Tuesday, Thursday class, is right here. This class would be Wednesday, December 5th at 8 to 10. Please don't show up at 8 to 10 saying my teacher didn't show up, because I probably won't be here. Okay, who's got questions? Now, I'm going to look over the test. We're going to look over the test. And a lot of you say, the test? What test? Well, the test on Unit 3. We've already covered everything. So let's look at the test. And we'll go there and look at the test, and then y'all can go. What? What?
It's going so fast.
No, it's just, I told you the third test was the easiest test. It's not a lot of work. But we can put more on it if you want me to. Boy, it sure was an interesting weekend of football, wasn't it?
Nope.
Alabama played Daniel. Clemson played Spartanburg High School. And Georgia played Burns. I mean, was there any interesting games on this weekend? Did Ohio State get beat?
Oklahoma, yeah, she said Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh. If they think Oklahoma is a championship team, they have no defense.
They have 0 defense. Oklahoma State put up 48.
Ohio State's number 1. You wait, did Ohio State win?
Was that a joke?
What was the score? Who'd they play? YMC Little League.
Mr. McClure, were you joking about that?
What?
Ohio State, you were joking
They'll try to get Ohio State in the top 5 in the next 3 weeks.
Do you believe that they're a team though? Okay.
They're just like another team that I know. They're in a weak conference. I didn't say nothing. I just said it's just like another team I know that's in a weak conference. Did y'all figure out who played? Did y'all figure out who played Ohio State? Who played Ohio State? I thought y'all were looking. I'm sorry. Okay, you don't care. Don't give a damn. That's all right. I don't care either.
I've seen that video like 10 times.
What was the score? 63 to nothing? I'm sorry, what? Did they?
snap in the end zone that Ohio State recovered and had like another fumble inside their 10. So Ohio State got to win.
That's the way Ohio State wins. I mean,
Just love.
yeah, it is. And Ohio State's the only team that if you're winning like 59-0 against them, they can come back in the last quarter and win 61-59. I mean, it's almost amazing how they do that stuff. But Michigan, I hope Michigan beats the slop out of
And they
them.
started running Mike Weber instead of Dobbins.
Yeah.
I realized Weber's better back.
He is.
And that league one, so
Just like there's a lot of, well, shut up, Hubert, shut up. A lot of hype about a certain player, and I hadn't seen it yet, and, you know. But it's all about the booster club. I don't care what anybody says. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the test. I haven't even seen it, so I don't even know what's on it. So I might have to modify it a little bit after we go through it. Let's see, test. Unit 3 test. All right, so you might want to write down some of these questions so you'll be ready for them. There's uniform distribution. A graph to the right is the uniform density function for a friend who is X minutes late. Find the probability that the friend is at least, that means the lowest number is what? 19. At least 19 minutes what? Late. They even, oh my gosh, they've already done half the problem for you. They've already got the height. What's the height? 1/30th. So all you got to do is find 19 minutes and either decide whether it's to the right of 19 minutes or to the left of 19 minutes. If you get this problem wrong, you don't tell anybody. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Get it up to size that y'all can see. There you go. So 19 minutes would fall, take my handy dandy line maker. 19 minutes would fall right about there. Now, at least 19 minutes, that means the lowest number is 19, so that means we want to find this area right here. Comprende? Comprendo, comprenda, whatever. Do you understand?
yes.
So, what is the distance on the base? 11. So the dang old area would be 11 over what? Dang old 30. Now it says, look at the direction, round to 3 decimal places. That means 11 over 30 is going to be wrong. So you need to put 11 over 30 in decimal form. Somebody divide 11 over 30 and give me 3 decimal places. Please don't mess this up.
The last week question. It just hit me. when are you gonna open everything up to read?
I usually do that and don't announce it.
Okay.
Now, this is for the ones that pay attention.
Okay.
So you won't have anything to worry about. You pay attention. Like some people don't pay attention. Yes.
0.367.
0.367. Are you sure?
People have gotten it.
Okay, good. Let's see. 0.367. Next. All right. And the probability, blah 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 blah. Let's see, A through F. I don't want that one, so we're gonna take that one off. Wait a minute. Let me see what it's. Okay, these aren't too bad. We're gonna do it, but I'll probably take it off. The reason we're gonna do it is because it's good review, but I might take it off. Okay. All right. First of all, look at the distribution. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up in the Excel spreadsheet so I can make it a little bit bigger for y'all. Go ahead and write it down. And first of all, check to see if it is what? If it is a distribution. In other words, do the two-tier test. Every probability is supposed to be between 0 and what? 1. And then all of them together should equal what? 1. So do that. Oh, did Notre Dame win since they're so...
Yeah, they won by a lot.
Yeah, and who did they play?
FSU.
Oh, Notre Dame's tough this year.
They play with their backup quarterback.
I think Georgia's got a pretty good chance at beating Alabama if they have two defenses. I just don't think their defense is going to hold up 4 quarters against Alabama.
That's too hurt.
Huh?
That's too hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course he is. His ankle or his knee. So, and what's his name? What's his name? He's hurt too. So maybe Georgia will win. Third string quarterback. Maybe. What do you think the probability of Clemson beating Alabama is?
100%.
Probability.
Who said that? Huh?
That was not me.
I would say probably 0.25 probability.
The college football index said that there was a 37% chance.
And what does Georgia have?
I think Clemson was the highest at 37, and then I think Notre Dame or Georgia was next with 24.
Notre Dame.
Whatever.
Yeah, I bet it's not equal to 1. I got it.
I got 1.002.
Remember me telling you, in some books, 1.0001, 1.00 is good enough, okay? I will take this out to 3 digits and see what I get. So, dang old format cells, dang old number, dang old 3.
That's so great.
So that means that y'all can't add on the calculator.
I did
Y'all suck. All right, so anyway, so let's graph it. Insert graph, and I don't know no. Well, that's good enough for government work. It's going to go up, then down, then like that. So we got 2 or 3 answers right there. So let's go back to so somebody look at the graphs. It looks like that one, B. And this says all the probabilities are between 0 and 1. And the sum of the probabilities is 1. Describe the distribution. It's skewed right. I have no idea what they're talking about here.
It has 1.
Okay, thank you. Skewed right. Now, why is it skewed right? Because all the data is on the what? Left. It's always opposite. All right, now we got to compute the mean. Okay, remember what we do with the mean. What do you do with the mean? X times what? P of X, and then you sum it up, right? Yeah, y'all look like y'all really know the material. Y'all suck. Y'all can't even add on a calculator. Dang old future minds of tomorrow. All right, so we're going to do X times P of X. So here we go. Equals, I'll do the first 2 for you. There's that. The second one is 0.335, and then y'all do the rest. And then add that up. Now I want everybody on your calculator to do a few of those just to make sure you know what to do. And I'll write the handy dandy formula on the board in case y'all wasn't here the 2 days that we went over this. Or you didn't write it in your notebook because you didn't have a pencil or a piece of paper or whatever the excuse is. The mean is equal to the summation of f times, I'm sorry, I'm used to writing f times f of x, I'm sorry. X times p of x over, no, I'm sorry, that's just x times p of x, sorry. And then what is the standard deviation? Somebody look in your notes. What's the standard deviation formula? It's a little bit different.
We learning this.
Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
You're getting a real bad reputation, bud. Sorry.
Have you seen that?
What is it? I'll give you this much. It's minus the mean squared.
The sum of x squared times p of x minus mean squared times.
There you go. Mean squared what? Should be mean squared. That's it. Okay. Okay. All right. So we need to add another column, and that column is called x what? X squared. So we go over here, and I'm going to just skip a space because I don't want to get it all jumbled up. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to say x squared equals this squared. I'll do the first two for you. And down like that. And then I'm going to recopy p of x over here just to make things simple. And then right here, I'm going to do my two columns together. You should be able to get the first two right without any problems, unless you're non-absentient. Some of you might have to Google that word. So get that total, and then we're going to minus what? The mean squared, and that'll give us our variance. Summation of all those numbers. And then I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to say variance is equal to this number minus parentheses this number, what? Squared. That's the variance. And what is the standard deviation relationship to the variance? It's always square root or raised to the 0.5 power. All right, write that information down so I don't have to come back to the spreadsheet when I'm putting in my answers, please. So we know that it is a probability distribution because 0 to 1 and it equals 1. We know that it's skewed right because all the data is on the left. And then we know that the variance, the mean is 1.624, and we know that the variance and the standard deviation is right there. So write all that down. Everybody got it, or somebody got it where I don't have to? Okay. Okay, so what is the mean? 1.624. Now, it says do not round. Type as an integer or a decimal. Do not round. Okay, whatever. That makes no sense. Do not round. Okay, well, how are you going to do a decimal if you're not rounding? You're just going to write it out 10 digits? Anyway, which of the following mean is correct? In any case, blah, blah, blah. Over the course, well, the mean is 1.6, which would be 2. That's probably what they mean. Okay, do not round. 2 games is what, or 2 hits is whatever they're asking. So in the number of games would be expected, the mean number of hits per games would be the mean of the random variable. Over the course of many games, one would expect the mean number. I hate these questions. The observed number of hits per games is less than the mean number. The observed number of hits, I have no idea. I would say it's probably A or B. So I'm just going to put B. I have no earthly idea what D is. All right, computer standard deviation. That's what I care about. What's the standard deviation again? 1.172. What is the probability that in random select in the game a player got 2 hits? 2 hits was what? 2 hits is 0.2886. 0.2886. Nobody should get that wrong. They're asking what I think they're asking. What is the probability that in random the player got more than 1 hit? More than 1 hit. So that would be those right there, right? So all I have to do is add these 2 up and subtract from what? 1. So do that. That's 0.4122. What is it? 0.4122. That's what I got in my head. I may be wrong.
0.497.
I have no idea. All right, subtract that from 1. What do you get? Oh, you already subtracted it. What'd you get?
0.497.
Type is integer or decimal, but do not round. Check answer. Okay, I know what I got wrong. I got that stupid Philadelphia lawyer question wrong. So I'm going to try A. Ah, that wasn't the one I got wrong. Let's try C, because once we get it, RD. I must have got it right then. I did get it right. A is right. Oh, B? Okay. So I got something else wrong. I know what's wrong. It's one of them stupid questions that says do not round. So I ain't worried about that. All right. Oh, gosh. Here we go. These are the questions going to make up 80% of the test. So do it. It says, hold on a second. Let me get rid of that marking. Assume blah, blah, blah. Mean of 66 and standard deviation of 10. Find between 57 and 69. Do it. I want you to give me 4 digits. So use your calculator or your table. Between 57 and 69. Mean of 66, standard deviation of 10. It's going to rain for the next 3 days. I like that. That means I don't have to work on the farm. What? What you said?
It's cold.
Oh, is that what you said? It's
I said
cold.
the high is like 45.
Oh, yeah. Dang old plane landing.
Priority 1
Dang old
message
drugs
coming in
to
on
Anderson.
secure channel.
When I was in West Side, there was a dadgum plane come in full of drugs. Guy got killed driving the plane. It was awful. And then the guy that was supposed to pick up the drugs, he got shot in the head out there at the airport. You know, if you're going to be drug dealers, go to a dadgum town that can handle it. Don't go to Podunk, Greenville, Anderson, Star, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. Greenville is known as the meth capital of the world. That's why they took it off live PD, because all they could get was meth heads. They didn't get anything but meth heads, so they took it off live PD because it was so boring. What?
People were smuggling people were smuggling drugs in Anderson to a plane.
Yeah. And then we also had the Evans brothers down there on 29 South near where I live, and they were bringing it in by helicopters, dumping it on Genesee Creek and letting it float down Genesee Creek, which is like a river. It goes into the Savannah River down there near 29, and they got caught. Sheriff's deputies were out in the woods, and they pulled me and my dad. We were surveying, and we were in the woods surveying. And what are you doing here? And I'm like, we're surveying. And I said, my dad's up there. I was like 15 years old, and they told us to leave because something was going down. And the next day, it was all over the papers. And he was a farmer. He was about 68 years old. He was bringing in stuff from Mexico in a helicopter and dropping it in the woods. And they were dropping it it through the woods, and it'd go through the woods, and it was during the fall. I mean during the summer, so the leaves were on the trees, and it'd drop it, and it hit Genesee Creek, and go down Genesee Creek about a mile, and they'd pick it up down there at the bridge.
That's sick. That's a foolproof plan, though. I don't know how they got caught.
Well, they're pretty smart.
That's using the land to use drugs.
All right, you ready? So we got to draw it. What? So here you go. You 66, 76, 86, 56, and 46. And we got handy dandy blue marker. 57 is going to be right in here. And 69 is going to be right in there. So let's use our common sense. We know that this is 34 and this is 34. But I'd say this is going to be close to what, 30? Let's say 30 because we're on this side right here of it. And this side right here, 69. Let's see, what's the difference here? 66 to 76, so half would be what, 71? And half of that would be what, 68? Okay, so they want 69. So that's about a quarter. So if somebody take 34 and divide it by 4, what is that, 8? So I'd say it's around 36 to 38% is what I think. Okay, that's by using the empirical rule. All right, so let's go ahead and figure it. Somebody we got to change these into what? Got to change this 57 into a z-score over what, 10? Now you don't need a calculator for this. Please don't use a calculator, for that's just showing you again. All right, 69 minus 66 over 10. Somebody check, make sure I've made, yes, okay. So what is 57 minus 66? 9?
Yeah.
Okay. What's 9 divided by 10? 0.9. Yeah, that's a miracle, isn't it? All right. And then 69 minus 66 is 3. 3 over 10 is, now take your handy dandy calculator and do what? Normal CDF. Is it CDF or PDF? CDF. And go from negative 0.9 to 0.3 and tell me what it is while I pick the picture out. I guess the picture is this one, C. I'm looking, yes, see, it looks like C. And somebody give me the 4 digits. I said it's 36 to 0.36 to 0.38. What'd you get?
0.43.
Okay, I was wrong. 0.4 what?
338.
Okay. Well, I said 38. A little bit off. We got it right. Next question. Now, I'm not going to go over another between, okay? Because there'll be several on here. I'm not going to do that. I'll go over another one that's different. Determine whether it is a discrete probability distribution. Yes? It looks like. So 0.2 times 5. 20 cents times 5 is $1. If you get this one wrong, don't tell anybody. Is it D?
You gotta say both.
Okay, got to say both of them. Yep. According to a report, 53.6% of murders are committed with a firearm. 56.3. What is that? What is that? Somebody tell me what that is. It's a percent. Means it's a probability, which means it's what? P. NPQ. NPX. Those sections where we did NPX and NPQ. I'm trying to give you a way to know what's the difference. If 300 murders are randomly selected, 300, that's a big A number. What's always the biggest number? N. P. Golly, I bet the next number is going to be X. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Probably.
180. Okay? So, type that in. According to 36%, if 300 murders are randomly selected, how many would be expected? Okay, this may not be, it may be NPQ. Oh, okay, this is a simple question. I'm sorry. If 300 murders are randomly selected, multiply 300 by, this is MPQ. Okay, 56.3 times 300. I thought it would be MPX, but it's MPQ. So what is N times P? That's your mean. What is it?
So
300 times 0.563.
I got 185.79.
185 point what?
79.
Okay, there's no such thing as 0.79 bodies. So what is it? 186, right? Did you say 185.79? Okay, so it'd be 186 because you don't have 0.79 bodies. All right, so choose the correct answer below. Would it be unusual to observe 180 murders by firearm sample, blah, blah, blah? Draw a picture. Draw the normal curve. Because they're wanting you to, evidently they want you to find the standard deviation also. So go ahead and find the standard deviation. What is the standard deviation? The square root of NPQ. So take that number, take 186 and multiply it by 43.7. Somebody check my math. What's Q? If P is 56.3, what is Q? I'm asking y'all, that's not rhetorical.
43.7.
Okay, did you check that? No, you didn't. Check it, see if it's 40.
I
What?
don't think it's 186. I think
It's
it's 168.9.
Somebody give me the wrong numbers.
Wasn't me.
All right, what do y'all think it needs to be again?
168.9.
168.9 would be 169. Okay, next one. All right, now take 56.3 from 1. What do you get? Okay, multiply that times 169 and take the square root of it. What do you get? 8.59, which is 9. So you got a standard deviation of 9. Let me write that down. Standard deviation is square root of NPQ. Standard deviation is equal to the square root of 300 times 0.563 times 0.4, what did you say it was? 0.437 over, okay, and that came out to be, what did you say?
8.9.
8.9?
Well, when you round it.
It should be 9, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we got a standard deviation of 9. The mean is equal to NP, which mean is equal to 0.563 times 300. And somebody give me that number again, 169?
Yep.
So draw a picture. Of course, if you invented the bell curve, you don't have to draw a picture because you invented it. So 169 goes in the middle. 169 plus 9 is what? 178. 178 plus 9 is what? 186. Somebody help me out. I can't add what's crap. 187, yeah. 169 minus 9 is 160. And 160 minus 9 is 151. Now, what does the question ask? Would it be unusual? Okay, unusual would be here and here. Would it be unusual to observe 180 murders? No. So it's either going to be one of those three. No, because 180 is greater than 2 standard deviations. Nope. No, because 180 is less than 2 standard deviations. Or no, because 180 is between 2 standard deviations. I believe it's D. Because 2 standard deviations is called what? Normal or not unusual. So I think it would be D. So they try to throw you off with C on that one. So that is an MPQ. What'd I say? Oh, sorry. I feel good about myself. So I don't have to carry around a dang old jug of water. Okay, golly, when is the last day of class? Oh, did I tell y'all that somebody wrote me an email that asked me, that sent me 15 pictures or 5 pictures of their questions and asked me if they could get credit for it on the test? Did I tell y'all that? Did I reply? Hell to the no. Follow dadgum directions. What's the overall grade? Y'all should get these right, even though some of you don't read them. Email him over and over and over. It's not supposed to bunch them up like this. He takes the highest grade. No, he averages them.
Wait, you said
I'm being sarcastic. Be quiet.
no.
All right, here we go. Don't worry about if I missed a bonus question. All right, I'm in a hurry. All right, a binomial probability. Y'all need to worry about other things, okay?
I'm just trying to help.
A binomial probability experiment is conducted with the given parameters. Compute the probability of X successions in the independent blah, 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 blah. There you go. They even give it to you in order. N, P, and X. Second vars. What's it called? Binomial what? PDF or CDF? We went over it. Huh? Did you say C? P. As in Papa. Okay? Dang old Papa. That's the actual Julian alphabet that you use in the military, Papa. I'm not trying to be funny, this is Papa. Military, what's that? Nothing, just forget it. So type in binomial PDF, second vars, binomial PDF. You have to type in comma. Now if you got an old A calculator, you got to type in parentheses, N, comma, P, comma, X, close parentheses. If you got a newer calculator, then it asks you for each one. N, P, and X. Then paste and hit enter. Somebody give me 4 decimal places. Please don't screw it up. So you got 24%. Okay? Now what that's saying is, compute the probability of 8 successful flips, 8 successful cards, 8 successful whatevers. Okay? Next. Decrease it. Maybe I should take the bonus questions off. What do y'all think? Even though I still got people getting them wrong. Okay, look at this one. Now you're going to have to add them all up. Remember me using STO? STO 1, STO 2, STO 3. You know, you got to do each one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So do that. NP1, 0, NP1, NP2. Does it say a binomial probability? So you'll have to type in 0 because it doesn't say the answer is less than 4. So that would include 0. NP0, because this is what it's really asking. This is what it's asking. X, P of X, 0, 1, 2, 3, and what? 4. Okay? Now they don't give you 5. Okay? They don't tell you how many attempts, so you have to add them up. Now if they gave you 5, if they said X is equal to 5, then you could have done the probability of 5 and subtracted from 1. But since they don't, you have to add those probabilities up. NP0, NP1, NP2, NP3, and NP4 and stole them. I think I stowed them in like A, B, C, D, E, and then I added them up. We did one of these in class. So somebody do that right quick. And those of you that invented the calculator, just do it in your head. I think, you know what I think they should do? I think they should make an amendment to the Constitution. When it rains and it's cold, you don't go to school and you don't go to work. You just stay in the house and watch movies.
Like you live in like Seattle though.
Huh? But they don't work anyway. No, shut up, Hubert. Shut up, Hubert. People in Washington, people in Washington, Oregon, and California, they don't work. No, I'm just kidding.
I heard a joke. I think you'll like this.
No. You better not say it because you think I would like it. Why would you think I'd like it?
Because when the guy said it, I was like, I swear I've heard that before.
What was the joke?
He said, "Why do crap? You got me outside. Hang on, you think."
Oh gosh, he's got to think. That's like my daughter thinking. That's real dangerous. Somebody give me 4 digits. I can do it. What? Okay, I have a second on that. Okay. Dang old check answer. There we go. So you add them all up. Now that means, somebody tell me, does that mean that there's only 4 in the group? No, there's more because what's this supposed to equal? It's supposed to equal 1, right? So you've got 79%. You got 0.79, so that means there's probably 5 or 6 in the group, but they don't tell you. The length of a particular animal's pregnancy, approximately distributed, with a mean of 254 and a standard deviation of 20. Draw a picture. Go ahead and draw it right now. I'll draw it so you can see it. $254 and 20. 254 and 20. Okay, my bell curve is a little bit off, so just ignore it. There. 254, 274, 294. 254, 234, and 14? All right, so that's done. What proportion of pregnancies last more than 264 days? Dang old 264 is going to be what? Right in here. So that's 13.5. I mean, what's 34? 17. So that's 17, 13.5, and 2.5, which is 17, and 16, which is what? 33%. So common sense, empirical rule tells us it's going to be about 33%. So let's go ahead and figure it. So I've got to get a z-score. 264, is it 264? 264 minus 254 over 20. No, you don't need a calculator because you can reduce that 20 down to 10 and then you can move the decimal. So you don't need a calculator. All right, what's 264 minus 254? Oh, that's some hard math right there. And what's 10 over 20? 0.5. Something's wrong. Not 0.5. Can't be 0.5. Somebody check my math, make sure I did it right. Something's wrong. Why do I say something's wrong? Because it's supposed to be 33%, because that's halfway. Am I not right? Okay, y'all help me out. Is not the mean at 50%? Okay, I'm going to put it in there, but I don't think it's right. I think I've messed up somewhere. because I've got 254 at 50%, and then you're asking 264. 264 would be less than 50%, would it not? I don't care. We'll see when I do the answer, but I don't think that's right. I just want to go on the record. Okay, 0.5000. I don't think that's right. What's between 229 and 269? 229. So I'll do this in red. 229 be down here, and 269 be right in here. Well, we know this is 34. We know this is 13.5, so I'm going to say maybe 4 right there. And then over here, maybe 269, I'm going to say maybe 10. No, 34, I'm going to say maybe 25. So 25, 34 is what? I'm going to say that's what? 58, 59, and then 4, 60. I'd say around 60 to 65, somewhere in there. But a while ago, it's supposed to be 50. I meant 33, it came out to be 50. So I don't know what's going on with this math. I still think I've done something wrong. All right. So 229 minus 254 over 20. Somebody calculate that for me. And then 269 minus 254 over 20. What's this z-score over here? I'm sorry, I heard mumbling. What?
Negative 1.25.
1.25. And what's this one?
1.75.
All right, somebody do your area between negative 1.25 and 0.75. Somebody give me 4 digits. Okay, I'm waiting. It doesn't take that long. That's what the calculator's for. 0.6677. Okay, what does this mean? A pregnancy lasts no more than 249 days. What does that mean? That means your highest day is what?
249.
So that means you're going to read to the left. So 249 is right in here. I want to know that right there. So 249 minus 254 over 20. Somebody give me that z-score.
Negative 0.25.
Point what?
25.
Okay, and what is this arrowhead called over here?
Negative infinity.
Negative infinity, which is negative 9999. So you go from negative 9999 to negative 0.25. Somebody give me those 4 digits. It's going to be less than 50%, but hell, a while ago I thought it was going to be 33%. I don't know what's up with this one.
0.4013.
0.4013. The probability of a very preterm baby is, well, what's preterm? Let's read it again. Let me erase that top part again. Let's see what it actually says. Okay, where does it say length of a particular animal's pregnancy are approximately normally distributed with a mean of 254? So a regular baby would be 214 to what? 294, right? Okay, this one says the probability of a very preterm baby is going to be 2.55%, I would say, because it's outside the norm, and 95% falls in the norm. So I would go right here. I'd say 5%, 0.0500, because 95% is what? Normal. This event, I don't know what this is asking really. Would be unusual because okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what this is asking. Somebody figure that out.
Okay.
That would not be unusual because it is. Somebody tell me what they say very preterm.
It's on D, it says a very preterm baby is one whose gestation period is less than 2 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read. I'm a guy. I'm sorry. A very preterm baby. Read the question. Okay. Less than 209 degrees. 209 days. 209. Okay, so let's do 209. We'll do it in green. So 209 minus 254 over 20. Somebody give me that. And it's going to be two of them because you got it down here, and then you got it. Well, 209 is down here, so it's premature. So 209 would be right in here. Somebody give me this area.
0.0122.
0.0123. 0122. It's less than a nickel. That's 1 cent. So remember me telling you, if it's less than a nickel, it's going to be what? It's going to be unusual. So you would say 0.0122. Now that I've read the question, I think somebody was trying to read the question while I was doing it. I appreciate you trying to help me out, but I suck because I'm a guy, and guys think they know everything. And
After a while, I was just like,
well, yeah, just give it up. He's a guy. You can't do anything. There. All right. Now I'm interested to see if I get the A right because I don't think A is right. I didn't think so. So, has anybody seen if I did anything wrong there? I think A is wrong. Write that down because we're going to check it in a minute. Now, I realize that some of y'all are going into spontaneous combustion, but I don't have to stop until 9:25. So, and this is your test. You might want to be interested in it. Okay. What?
Sorry. What if when you, for A, with, like, instead of just putting 0.5, that's just the Z-score, what do you have to do, like, for CDF?
I'm sorry. I did 264.
Yeah.
264 minus 254 is what? Thank you. I knew something wasn't right. Thank you. Okay. I know what, I just figured the Z-score. That's what I did. I figured the Z-score. Thank you. I went too fast. 0.5. That's the Z-score. That's why I got messed up. All right. Now, dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Now, go from 0.5 to what? To 9999. Thank you so much. The whole class didn't know that, but you did. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I knew it. I thought that. Shut up. No, be. Don't even say that. Bubba on the back row. Yeah, man, you don't know what you're doing. You don't even know what day it is. He should be on live PD. Y'all know what live PD is. Those are dumb butts. Okay, what did you come out with now that Hubert got over his brain bubble?
0.3085.
There we go. 0.3085. Now, I intentionally meant for this to happen because what told me I was wrong? That 33% up there told me I was wrong. You use the empirical rule because it'll tell you if you got a mistake. Okay? Now I bet I got it right. Thank you. Okay, next, but thanks both of y'all. Y'all do good keeping me in line. All right, let's see what this one says.
She just said, what did Morgan do?
What?
Remember they said, what did Morgan do?
Well, one of you told me to read the directions, and the other one told me to do the Z-score after you figured it and don't use it as a percentage. So thank you both. All right, in sports betting, sports books establish winning margins for a team that's favored to win. An individual can place a wager on the game and win the bet, blah, 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 after accounting for the spread. For example, if Team A is favored by 5 points and wins the game by 7 points, then bet a team. Leave me alone. However, if A wins a game, then Team B is losing bets, supposing games of margin of victory, blah, blah, blah. Okay, normally distributed with a mean of 0 and standard deviation 10. What does that mean? Draw a what? Draw a picture. So draw a picture. Draw a curvy thingy. All right, so here we go. 0. I'm going to take it out to 3 because I don't know how. So I'm going to do the first two for you. That's 10.7, and that's minus 10.7. Okay, this is going to be 21.4, right? And negative 21.4. Oh, no, yeah, 21.4. And then add another 10.7, 32.1. And I have no idea. What would it be on this? Negative 32.1 yet. All right. So that takes care of that. Complete part A through C. What is the probability that the favored team wins by 7 or more points relative to the spread? 7 or more points. Take the handy dandy blue marker. 0 to 10, so 5 would be right there. 7 would be right in here. 7 or more points. 7 minus what? 0 over 10.7 is 7 over 10.7, and yes, you're going to need a calculator for that, unless you're Rain Man. What's 7? And give me 2 digits. It's going to be 0.6 or 0.7 something. What is it?
0.65.
0.65. So you take 0.65 and go to what? 9999. Positive infinity. Somebody give me that 4-digit number. 0.2578. 0.2578. Y'all see why this is the easiest test? So don't screw it up. All right. What is the probability that a favored team loses by 3 or more points relative to the spread? What is the probability that a favored team loses by 3? So take my red pen. And where is 3? Well, it's a little bit above what? Now, you know this is what? 50%. So you know your answer is going to be a little bit over what? 50%. So if you come out with like 20%, you know it's wrong. So change 3 minus 0 over 10.7. Somebody give me that z-score. 0.2 what?
8.
So negative infinity to what? 0.28. Somebody give me that 4-digit number.
0.6103.
0.6103. Explain the meaning of margin of victory relative to the spreads that have a mean of 0 points. Does this imply that the spreads are accurate? I have no earthly idea. That doesn't tell whether I don't know how they expect for you to know that. I'm going to say no because there's a gap. I don't know. Let's see. No, the fact that the 0 says little about the accuracy of the spread. Does anybody in here understand what this question is saying? I didn't think so. Okay. I'm going to say D. What? Does anybody want to know the answer? If you know the answer, go ahead and tell me. Oh,
C.
it's C. Why is it C?
C's always right and it belongs to.
Oh, whatever. Check answer. Wrong. Darn, I got all of the question wrong. What's wrong? You find something wrong? Oh, I'm going to hit A. We're going to check that one. Okay, that must be right then. A must be right. Let me check it and see. Yeah, A is right. Somebody tell me which one of these are wrong. Did I not? Somebody check the math behind them.
For the second one, I got 6104, but I don't know.
No, you're wrong. I think this is, I don't know if this is 60% or not. Somebody check that again. Check negative 9999 and check that 3 minus 0 over 10.7, please. Somebody run those numbers because we got one of them right.
I got exactly 3 for the 3 minus 0. I meant it's negative 2.
Okay, so somebody do negative 999 to 3. And what do you get? I'm trying to move as fast as possible, and I don't understand why it's not. What'd you get?
0.9986.
0.99? No, 0.3. 9999 to negative 9999 to 0.3.
0.2565. Try that.
0.2565. Nope. Don't worry about it. We'll go to the next one. That's how you do it.
I got
What?
0.6179. I can't remember what's
0.61.
0.617.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. It'd have to be over 50%. 0.6179.
That's it.
Nope. Evidently, something's wrong with the question. I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to go on. All right. When does homework terminate? The only simple question there is. Use the graph to identify. Okay, the value of the mean is what? Now, if you get this one wrong, it's 5. What's the value of the standard deviation? 2. God, I can't believe I put that one on there. I'm taking that one off. I'm offended. Extra points because he wants me to live in a ditch. If you miss a question on a test and you believe it is correct, you take 15 pictures and send it to an email to Hubert. Don't listen to the freaking teacher. Don't listen to the questions on the test. Just do the opposite of what both of them say. If you look at your overall grade, 0. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, this one, go ahead and turn 42 into a z-score right quick. I've got 5 minutes, y'all. You don't be rude, please. Some of y'all are being rude. All right, so what is 42 minus 50 over 7? Okay, go to infinity.
0.127.
I'm sorry, what?
0.127.
No. It should be negative. Wait a minute. 42 minus 50. 42 minus 50 over 7.
Is it negative?
Okay, and go to positive infinity. I'm sorry. I'm telling her what to do, and I'm not listening. I'm sorry. Somebody tell me what you get. It's going to be more than 50. It's going to be like what?
0.872.
Okay, next question. Okay, I'm not doing all that, but what is this one? It says the mean incubation. Okay, this is empirical rule. Draw it out and do the answers. Okay, I want to see what we got wrong on that. Where's submit test? Okay, now that some of y'all are still being rude, go ahead and I'll give you you got permission to be rude now because we got 4 minutes. I can still take all 4 minutes. Okay? Submit test. All right, let's see get rid of this. Okay, we didn't answer the last one, so I'm not worried about that. I want to find the one that...
It was that one. No, it was that one.
That's this one. Oh, that's something. What is the probability that the favorite team loses by 3 or more points? Okay, how'd you get it right?
No clue.
What is the probability that the favorite team loses by 3 or more points?
Didn't get right that time.
Okay, well,
Oh, you go from 0.28 to positive 999.
what?
From 0.28 to positive
0.28.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I did. I said.
Oh, 3 or more. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I did? What is the probability it loses? When I see lose, what I think? To the left. That's what I was thinking. I'm sorry. 3 points or more. Of course, there's 3 or 4 people that, oh, I knew that's what he was doing. I just didn't say nothing. Shut up. Okay, so what else did I miss? That's the only one? What's that one?
Oh, you didn't round.
You have got to be kidding. Y'all have a good day. Get that test done and get the homework done. I'll put a due date on it sometime. I don't know when.
Are you asking it today?
Huh?
Are you asking the test today?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'll do that right now. Yes.
When's homework due?
I'll put it on there. Let me do this first. Let me do one thing first.
Are you gonna take that weird question off?
What weird question off?
The one that was like 50 cards. Yeah, it was like.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
It's